The reason why so many beautiful, well-rounded women cannot find a partner is because
they probably aren't beautiful. They probably just aren't fucking beautiful at all. This is just a typical case of you're in their Instagram comments on some fucking behemoth of a human being being like, beautiful girl, oh my god, so beautiful, gorgeous. Meanwhile, this human makes Shrek look like fucking Miss Universe. Lock in.
I want a husband. Listen, you're not ready. If you right now if a man met you right now, where you at? Are you ready? Because I'm telling you, from a woman that has been a wife, it's not easy. It's not easy being a wife. It's not easy at all. You're running an entire organization right in your home. I'm just been, listen, nobody want to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. Being a wife is not for the weak. It is for the strong and the healed and the patient. And baby, back then I wasn't any of those things. So I'm just going to keep it real. Because I wanted to be a wife so bad, but I didn't think about everything that it really took to be a wife. It takes a lot of submitting and a lot of forgiving and a lot of shutting the fuck up back then. And I wasn't really ready to do that. I wasn't. Because I had a quick mouth, I had a quick temper, and when I get fed up with some shit, everything stops. I stop cooking, I stop cleaning, and I stop fucking. And I'm telling you, as a wife, that's something that you should never stop doing. No matter what's going on in your home, you gotta still cook, you still gotta clean, and you still gotta give up some ass from time to time. You ever gave up some ass while you was mad? It get good at the end of it. But that's not the point, Kendra Folk. You're not ready for a husband. You need to be prepared to be long-suffering, and forgiving, and accountable for your actions. Until you cross off those T's and dot the motherfucking I's, stay single. You're praying for something and you don't even know what you're walking into, baby.
A single woman who lives at home and 30 intruders come in, God forbid.
Oh. Well, excuse me, Special Agent Cody Banks. What the hell? 30? Gang, who is you that niggas is sending 30 people at you? You that dangerous? Cause I ain't gonna lie. 30 people, that's not just a B&E. That's not breaking and entering. Niggas ain't just coming in trying to get TVs and shit, gang. That's a hit. Nigga, is you John Wick? I swear, bro, some women think about situations and they push it to the highest degree. Why the fuck is 30 people breaking into your crib? Is you rich? Bill Gates? The expectations at this point is so high, bro, that niggas don't even try no more, man. I'ma try, but I ain't gonna try hard, gang. Y'all want motherfucker to be heavily endowed with bread. Y'all want a motherfucker to be a gentleman. Obviously, I'm gonna be a gentleman, obviously. Y'all want a motherfucker to be able to take out 30 niggas whilst unarmed. At this point, nigga, you need to go to Gotham. You looking for Bruce Wayne. Go get Batman. He perfect nigga for you. Cause no problem, I'll wake up and protect the crib, you feel me? 2, 3, even 4 people. But at 30, that's where you like have a conversation with them niggas. That's talking territory, gang. It's 30 of y'all. I ain't finna try to fight y'all. At this point, I'm finna hear them out, and it might become 31. Cause you might deserve it. Motherfucker send 30 people at you, you might deserve it. I'ma help them.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
It's always that one you already know it, Chad. It's always that big motherfucking friend.
A lot of times men date us and they're actually disappointed. When you're wondering like, oh, well, why did he pursue me? Why did he want to be with me? And then now all of a sudden he pull it back and he want me to chase him. He got to fucking know you and he's disappointed. Let me tell you this. And it's my shit, so I can say, I done disappointed a couple niggas. I know that there are men out here that was just like admire me from afar and it was like, surprise, I'm a hoe. Like, surprise. Look, I fucked you in a week. Like, I know that I disappointed you. Like, I think that men, they see you from afar and they're like, wow, she's out here doing her thing, she's a boss, whatever. And then they get you on, they see you off that Casamigos, you drunk as a fucking fish, your diet don't consist of nothing, you listen to trap music every time you wake up, you have no morning routine, you have no core values, and they date you and they're like, damn, like I thought it was something else.
But it's a little bit more than messing around with somebody within a week, right? I think we know that. There's a little bit more than, oh, well, you know, things got hot and heavy and, you know, just happened. One thing led to another. They find your attitude, the way that you move, cannot be trusted because you're doing that with multiple people. Like, there's nothing exclusive. Even if we take, let's say that the man doesn't care about, which I'm not saying is true, but I'm just saying maybe I don't care about how many bodies you have. I want to specifically drill down when you're decision making. If you have 100 bodies, that means for the vast majority of men, you're not really doing a whole lot of vetting. You're not really doing a whole lot of critical thinking about who is going and coming. You know, I didn't really mean to say that, but you get my point. Like, people going in the house, coming in the house, people signing their name and, you know, taking off their name, people entering into a contract, and then some people you're not getting into a contract with. It's about your mindset. That's why when I ask you about your body count, I'm looking to see how many people you've been with, because that will show me and that will help me. And maybe not I'm 100% right all the time, but that'll help me to see what you've been up to. The same way you would want to see my credit score, the same way you would want to see or know how much I made, because that'll let you know in some way. Maybe you're not right about everything, but that'll let you know in some way, hey, this guy's pretty serious. Hey, this guy's got something. I need to look a little bit more. I need to dig a little bit deeper. That's what men are saying. If I'm wanting to build a legacy and you're going to be a part of that legacy, you're going to help build it. I want to know that you're not out here trying to build a legacy or getting distracted with this person and that person. And I can't get you to work on what you're supposed to be working on because you're too busy going over there and talking to him or talking to her, if that's what you're into. And I can't get you to, hey man, go take care of business. Hey man, we'll get that contract that need to be signed. What are you doing? Oh, I'm over at his house. I'm messing around with him. Why? Is he paying you? I mean, is he taking care of business, trying to build a legacy? No. What are you over there for? We got a plan, brother. What are you doing? Then you want to look at your girlfriends and people across town, and you gonna wonder why you don't have the same vacations or the same opportunities to get the same things that they have. It's because they're not messing around all the time. They're not hanging out and hooking up with everybody. They have a little bit of discipline to say, you know what? It's not going to be everybody that's going to have access to my time and my resources. I need to be about my business. That's what y'all don't understand.
Stop saying that.
I didn't say that.
Because people clip it and they send it to me and I look like an idiot online. Like, why
all I said was I paid for a lot of things and I didn't like that.
Okay, well.
And it's just, but it's just me being like genuinely, like just me being honest. I just didn't like paying for it.
You should be honest.
I can say that I didn't like paying for it.
That's fine, but don't say you paid for something when you didn't.
Okay, but the only reason I didn't.
There's a clip of you saying you paid for the whole trip.
I was supposed to pay for the Airbnb.
I'm not.
It was supposed to come from my account.
Supposed to. I'm black and white. I'm very black and white.
Okay.
You either paid for it or you didn't.
Well, I was about to.
It's black and white. Did you pay for it? No, you didn't.
Now I didn't.
No, there was never you did pay for it. I paid.
I was about to, but my Zelle was maxed out.
You were never going to pay for it.
And whose Zelle was sent to me?
You're the one that
they didn't send the Zelle to you.
You're the one that always says.
Who did Santos?
There's no if or buts.
Who did Santos ask to pay Wes?
I'm not arguing
he sent
with you.
Wes's information to me, not to you.
Stop telling people that you paid for it.
Yeah, now you paid for it.
No, there's no now. It was always I paid for it.
Okay.
Stop saying you paid for my shit.
Okay, I won't say that. Jesus Christ. No need to be so negative and rude. Have a peaceful day.
Case in point, having to be called down for reckless behavior, not being accountable. That's what the other lady was talking about. Oh, I've been messing around. He admires me from afar, but then he gets up close and he sees that, I am a little bit of a somebody that gets around. Undisciplined, not focused, don't have the mindset to do the right thing when you're supposed to be doing the right thing. I don't know who she sleeps with or how many people she's been with, but based on what we're hearing right now, her mind is focused on other things except protecting the legacy. Her mindset is preoccupied with other things, distracted by other things, but protecting and building the legacy. That's why men ask you about your body count. That's why men be saying, hey, what have you done in your past relationships? Hey, what are you bringing to the table? Because right now you're bringing me drama. Right now you're bringing me confusion. Right now you're bringing me a history of bad decision making. So one of the bad decisions that you'd be making. So, when men hear about stuff that she said in the last clip, and then they hear about this stuff right here, it makes it a whole heck of a lot easier to stay single.
Fortunately for you, I'm always going to keep it 100. Unfortunately, you're probably not going to like what I'm about to say. If you want to be in the proximity of affluent men, there are just certain aesthetics that you're just going to have to let go. First off, your lamb chop or tarantula eyelashes. If your eyelashes are doing this, if they look like they're about to take flight, if I look at you and I think I see a spider, you got to let those go, baby. Your extensive baby hairs. Now, y'all call them baby hairs, but I call them adult hairs because they're so extensive. I'm not saying you can't have baby hairs. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with wigs. You gotta go for a more refined, cultured, natural look. You can't have adult hairs covering 3/4 of your forehead. That's too much. You got to transition that on out. Scantily clad attire. Or you know what? I'm just going to say it like it is. Hoe clothes. You can't be walking around dressed like a prostitute. You can't be walking around dressed like a stripper. You have to purchase clothes that have actual real material. Not see-through or transparent or so thin that you can see all your undergarments. Stripper heels. Do I even need to give you an explanation? Okay. All these vibrant hair colors, the reds, the blues, the greens, the rainbow, like you're in a Crayola box, you gotta let them go. It's a wrap on it. You can't even get in the door like that. Why on earth do you want to walk around looking like a crayon? Gum, because a lot of y'all don't know how to chew it. So just no more gum. Don't buy any more gum. Just forget that gum even exists. Tongue rings, nose rings, eyebrow rings, any type of facial piercings, take them out. No more of that. If you have tattoos, if you got a full arm sleeve or neck tattoos, get some body makeup, baby. It's 2025, they have all shades. Cover that up. If you're considering a BBL, just trust me, just stop. I'm Asada, your interracial dating auntie, empowering Black women to break dusty relationship patterns.
And again, we're going back to the mindset of a woman and what she's supposed to be doing. We go back to, what is your body count? We go back to, what are you bringing to the table? I'm trying to drill down on your decision-making process. Well, what does that got to do with it? You can ask me another question. I want to go, what y'all don't understand about men, apparently, I think you do understand, but you don't like about a man, is that a real man is going to go straight for the jugular. A real man is going to say, I want to see the exact issue with this person.
9 times out of 10, you mean to your husband and you don't even know it. And I bet you're like, girl, what are you talking about? How do I find out if I'm mean to him? Try to be nice. I triple dog dare you to be nice to him. Go rub his back. Give him a compliment. Tell him he did good on the grass. Just give him a random compliment. And if he is taken back, if he's like, What's wrong with you? Why are you touching on me? Whatever the case may be, if he's taken back by your response, that 9 times out of 10 means you're usually nasty. You're usually rude. Because you know what I realized? A lot of people are mean girls, even to their husbands, and don't even know it. And they don't even know how to find out if they're mean girls. And if you don't want to physically act like you're nice or feel like that's just being fake or all this other kind of stuff, I guarantee you ask. That's the other way you can find out. Simply just ask. Ask him and ask your kids and ask your sisters. Ask people who are close to you how they really feel about you. How do you really treat other people? How do I treat you? Am I kind to you? Just ask. And that's how you really would know. See, the problem is people don't want to ask because they really are afraid of the answer. Because if you really found out that the answer was you're pretty nasty, you're a one-upper, you're pretty mean, you're pretty sarcastic, then that would destroy the image on how you view yourself. And that's not what you want to do, because who wants to believe that they're mean to the people that they love? All right, bye. Okay, bye.
Well, doing that would require some self-reflection, right? And this is, I definitely agree when you talk about them not, they don't even know that they're mean girls, some of them, because that's the way that they were taught. That's what they see. So they think it's cool to hate on men and be rude to men and to talk to men sideways. They think that they're protection, because modern women, because they talk about the patriarchy and how it's terrible, and there's some things that have happened, and men have created things and done things that have destroyed things. That much is true, right? Nobody's perfect. But y'all are able to talk crazy to men, not because you decided that to fight back or have a march or create some cute little signs and get your hair dyed blue. You have those privileges and those rights to speak freely about a lot of things because men came and put laws and legislation in place so that you can talk crazy like that, even though you're disrespectful. And so when you take that, a lot of modern women are taking that to the 10th degree and going crazy, like she said, even on their husbands. I think there was one woman that said, man, if my husband talked to me the way I talk to him, I would be in a puddle. But, he's just as nice as he can be. And, oh, yeah, baby, I understand. No, it's okay, sweetie. That's okay. That's all right. I got to do better. Exactly. If men did y'all the way that y'all be talking about men, be putting their hands on y'all and all this other stuff, y'all be talking about specific men. If the men in your lives, the provider men, turn that stuff on you and start talking to you crazy, I'm telling y'all wouldn't be able to handle it.
Like, imagine living a fairy tale and it's nothing like.
Imagine living the fairy tale and it's nothing like it. This woman doesn't love her husband. That's what it comes down to. Because if you listen to what she said, she's technically getting and experiencing everything she's wanted in a marriage. Her biggest complaint was that she had to keep somebody else's feelings in mind and check in with somebody, which is the fundamental core of every relationship, especially a marriage. She doesn't love her husband, and it's taken its toll on her. She's about to crack. She probably feels guilty that she doesn't love him the way she's supposed to love him, and she's living a lie. And it comes down to this. What's the lesson here? What is the lesson here? What are you looking for? A guy who's going to check all the boxes, or somebody that you love? What would it take for her to be happy in this situation? Because on paper, she's getting everything she's always wanted, and she's getting everything women on social media, some of my clients have said they were looking for. But yet she's not happy. So is it that she's not happy with herself, or deep down she feels that she's living a lie and she does not love her husband the way she thinks she should? What do you think?
Marriage even worth it? It's not. It's not. At some point, you're gonna realize that it's always best to just be alone. Because I've been married for about 7 years, and I don't even know if this is worth it.
After speaking to thousands of people at the end of their marriage and I ask them why their divorce ended, I get a lot of things: abuse, vices, not being seen, not being heard, money, debt, all these things. So you kind of get an idea of what people are going to say. I'm watching this video and I'm thinking I know what she's going to say, but I hear the opposite. And I'm very confused on why she's not happy with her marriage. Check this out.
Like, and I am a good man. I do. And that's not the point. You really do lose yourself. You lose your sense of individuality, your sense of peace. And this could be even to a good man. Like, you're gonna lose something, and I don't think it's worth it.
And then she says that, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's being smothered, maybe there's kids, maybe she's got a special needs kid where she has no time to herself, she doesn't have time to express herself, do her own thing. But her profile is titled Diary of a Happy Black Woman, Young, Child-Free, and Selfish.
Just don't think.
So, she is going out, she's doing things.
Meant to live in a...
They travel, they go to expensive restaurants, they're experiencing new things.
In my life as a child-free, selfish, beautiful young woman.
So I'm confused. I'm very confused.
Always had a dream of, like, getting out of my hometown, like, city and moving on, like, moving forward. Like life is supposed to be an experience. Like, we're supposed to be doing new things and traveling and...
But you are.
And all that, and I do. I do. At some point, like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this every single day of my life. Like, always checking in with someone, always having to consider their feelings, always...
That's marriage.
It's always somebody else. You're never alone.
That's always having to check in on somebody and always having to consider other people's feelings. I mean, that is a marriage, in my opinion. That's a general relationship. I'm starting to get an idea on where this is all stemming from and why she's unhappy. I'm going to save that to the end of the video, but it's becoming clear.
I really want girls to know, like, even if it's absolutely worth it, I don't think it is. Even if you found the most perfect man, it's not. I'm sad with a great man. Maybe it's just, like, not my personality. And, like, I know girls are out there that, like, dying for, like, a relationship like mine. Like, he takes care of me, but, like, it's like imagine living a fairy tale, and it's nothing like...
Any single ladies over here? Sometimes I wish I was, she said. Wow. It's okay. Your husband's hot. How long have you guys been married? What did he do wrong today? He works too much. I'm sure you're not complaining when you're sitting in that plush home, are you? Those highlights aren't going to pay for themselves. And you have bangs, and I know you have to fucking cut those every 3 weeks. So that is not cheap either. Okay? Can we say thank you to the hubby?
Things like weight, how people look, we can adjust things like that. And height is just not important. People really act like they are fending for themselves in the Amazon, and you need a big burly man to be protecting you from all of the wild orangutans that are out to get you. You know that's not true. Stop talking about it's biology. It's just a biological need. A lot of things are biology that you do not do, like keeping your weight regulated. That's biology. It's a biological imperative for you to have a regulated weight. I don't want to talk about this today. It's a biological imperative for you to do quite a few things that you don't do. But all of a sudden, the biological imperative for you to have a 6 foot up man is now very important. The biological imperative for you to exercise. How about that? We never talk about these things, these biological needs. But you got a biological need for a 6'2" man.
Do you think the women in Atlanta or women in general in 2025 or dating today, like, their standards are too high? I've just did a couple of interviews, and a lot of the guys are saying, especially for the women in Atlanta, their standards are way too high. They need to come bring it down and just remove all that superficial stuff when it comes to dating in Atlanta.
Yeah, so I'm a mental health therapist, and so I deal with single women all the time. And when they're talking about their dating, I try to tell them, like, it's not about you. It's about the other person. And so one of the things I asked them is, how did you make that first date that man's best first date? What did you do? What questions did you ask? Did you genuinely try to get to know him? Did you compliment him? Did you say, oh, that's cool? Not just a interview, not just trying to check off these boxes, but how can I go home to my family or my friends and say, bro, that was a great date for me. And even as I'm conscious about that on my dates, like, did she try to make me feel like that? Or was she here just really for her? And that's okay, but it just means that it's not an investable thing in the long term for myself. So that's something I ask single women all the time. And my best friends too, like, was that man's best first date? And they don't think about that type of things because I'm getting ready. I'm okay. I got my education. I'm making it. I'm self-sufficient. Awesome. And that's amazing, but that doesn't apply to relationships. It's like trying to compare basketball and swimming. Those characteristics don't compete with each other. So this is about, can you connect with somebody? Can you emotionally move them? Can you make them feel safe? Can you make them feel like in this world of chaos that when they come home to you, that they can be at peace? And those other things don't necessarily correlate with that.
As a man right now, it doesn't matter what you do, it's wrong. Like, if I'm kind and soft to my kids, then I'm gonna raise a son who is not gonna be masculine. And if I'm hard on him and I scream, I'm creating trauma. There's no way for men in this world, it seems like, to exist without offending someone. And it just seems like that's becoming a trend where now more men is be like, you know what, I ain't gonna say or do nothing. And then women be like, well, the men ain't men in. It's like, how do you want me to men when you're taking away my power to do anything? Had a conversation, this is a true conversation with a bunch of women who were single. And they were just like, DeVal, do you think you as a husband should be able to control where Kadeen goes? And I was just like, I don't think I should control, but I would like to know where she's going because I'm responsible for protecting her. And they were just like, well, you don't have to know where she's going to protect her. And I said, wait a minute, it's my job to protect you and you don't feel like you should tell me what you're doing? And they said, no. You had a bunch of women who were not in relationships with the overwhelming loud voice of, I should not have to do this, but you still have to do this for me. They're just saying, I'm a woman, I have my opinion. And I'm like, there should be a conversation here. It shouldn't be your way is the only right way and I have to cower because I'm a man and say no.
And Kadeen is there, sad, quiet. You notice that? Kadeen is sad. She quiet. She not saying a whole bunch. Just quiet. Modern women, single, not in relationships, talking crazy. But Kadeen's just sitting there, listening to her husband. It's probably why she's married right now. And by the way, I think she might have gotten with him before he went up. I think he might have been in college or something. I think they might have met before college, before he went to the NFL, had a brief stint there, and then he started doing acting and all that stuff. And she was with him through all of that, right? Modern women can't handle that. They want to be the ones that take all the credit for something that they didn't do. You know, they played a very minimal role in things. They yap about like little chihuahuas, and then they want to take the credit. As soon they be barking, and as soon as you step in their space and their domain, all they doing is talking. You keep on stepping, you back them in the corner. They might try to bite you and nibble at your ankle a little bit, but ain't nothing really gonna hurt. You're just barking, and it's not really a bunch of stuff that's gonna go on.
So I just left the tire shop because I had to get a tire replaced. Obviously, I had a flat tire.
Just by the title of this video, entitlement coming in 3, 2, 1.
And as I'm getting out of my car to hand it over to the folks, there's 2 seats, 2 like folding chairs sitting under an umbrella, both occupied by grown men. And as I'm getting out of my car, one of the guys looks over at me, looks at my car, and I'm thinking he's about to offer me his seat.
And there you have it, only 10 seconds later. Ladies, why do y'all feel so entitled to what people already have? Y'all do this with men in every facet of life. It's not just with giving up seats. Y'all literally walk around thinking just because I am a woman, I am entitled to things. A creator by the name of the Black Shawn Michaels once said, ladies, what is something that is socially acceptable that men can require from women? Because women have a laundry list of what they think men should be or what they should be doing. But what is it that men can actually say in return? Not to mention, what millennium are you living in? Feminism killed chivalry long fucking time ago. Y'all wanted equality. This is what it looks like. How many times do we have to say this? You can't have special treatment, i.e. chivalry, and have equality. That's not how this works. You should have got there before those men and got to the chair first.
He goes, is that a hybrid? No, he goes, is that electric? And I'm like, no, it's a hybrid. And he goes, how do you like it? Why are you talking to me?
So the same man that can't even spark up a general conversation about something basic about your car is the same man that you want to give up his seat to you. Y'all hoes done lost y'all fucking mind.
Offer me your seat. Where's the chivalry? Like, what the fuck? It's hot as hell. Why did you not offer me your seat, sir?
Same reason why you didn't offer him your number when he sparked up a conversation. No one's entitled to give you anything the same way you're not entitled to give them anything. Yo, this shit is getting... I don't get it anymore. But you know what? You ain't gotta listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
You see the women that be on social media complaining about 50-50 and every 2 to 3 business days have a message or an announcement of what they're not accepting or what they're not taking with 50-50. Listen, a lot of y'all be overvaluing yourselves. And the sexual marketplace have a way of course correcting it. Because it be the same women year in, year out screaming to the top of their lungs like banshees about what a man gotta do and what he don't have to do. And so far you ain't got nobody to pick you up off the market at the high value that you placed on yourself. You might want to go on the clearance rack or the discount section for a minute, because a lot of y'all ain't it. You see, because a woman that actually is valuable don't have to be on social media screaming about ain't going 50-50, because there's already a man in her life doing for her. She's used to it. I can tell a lot of y'all are not used to it. See, I love mine so much that we go 100-100. I want him to still have energy for me. Like, I want him to still be able to live a good quality life and not have to work 2 to 3 jobs to be able to afford the things that we have. So me having a business and doing other things outside, him also having his business and also doing his thing, we give 100-100. Ain't no 50-50 conversation over here, because there's going to be a time when he don't got it and there's going to be a time when I don't got it. And we going to bounce off each other. A lot of y'all women, I be going to y'all profile and I don't see nothing in this profile to tell me you're a kept woman. I don't see nothing in this profile to tell me that you've been a kept woman. But yet you on social media complaining about what a man gotta do, what he ain't gotta do. Not only that, duck if it don't apply to you. A lot of y'all got kids. Where was this provider man that gave you the baby? Why is you a single mother if your standards are so high? Like, make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Who mad at her? Y'all mad? You mad, or she was speaking facts?
Yeah, Funky Ho. She spit facts, Funky Ho. And Funky Ho, you heard her. But you upset because she spit facts. But I bet you can't refute nothing she said, Funky Ho. Can you do that, Funky Ho? The biggest.
Notice how there's no female loneliness epidemic? We're like going back to school and becoming the most educated we've ever been in all of history. We're advancing in our careers and climbing the corporate ladder and becoming the breadwinner in a lot of our families.
Turning 40 this year and everything is just hitting me right now. It's like not where I wanted to be. I haven't succeeded at anything. I haven't even tried. Like, I don't even know anymore. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to cope with anything.
We're traveling with our friends and taking Pilates classes and learning how to cook or sew or paint.
I'm telling you, that singleness only hits you at night. When you ripping and running throughout the day, when you at work, when you know, whatever extracurricular activities, when you doing hobbies, when you at the gym, you don't even care about being single. That's not even on your mind. But when you pull up to the house at night and you get in that bed alone, that's when you be like, I really wish.
We are developing ourselves and strengthening our bonds with other women.
Still on my mind, and we build it up.
Like a woman said, when she was reviewing a video of a woman talking absolutely crazy. Do a man like this. Talk to a man like that. And she said, do you know that men can see you? Do you know that these videos come across their FYP? Do you know that this video is on their feed? They can see what you're saying. And so you're trying to run game on them. You're talking, don't talk to me. Don't watch this video. I'm talking to the girls. I'm still going to watch the video to see what kind of foolishness you're talking about. Because a real hunter scouts. What are you guys doing? What are you guys up to? What are you guys thinking? How come you don't act like a gentleman? Well, because a few hours ago, I heard you talking crap about me before we came out on this date. And I heard you talking about you didn't actually want to be here with me and you didn't actually want to be around me. We can hear you talking about this stuff and how you're a boss babe. And then we can also see you as lonely as can be.
I just feel like everybody's a girl's girl until they're not, like you. Like you're probably, would you describe yourself as a girl's girl?
Yeah, I was getting there.
Okay, so yes, you are. Okay, so you're a girl's girl, yet you will take money from other wives' husbands just to pay your own bills. And you were kind of like, well, that's their fault for paying for. So there's this like double standard where we're like, oh yeah, we're girls until it just like no longer benefits us, until we can weaponize it against each other, against men.
Then what about women like me who've been a breadwinner in every single relationship, and I prefer to pay for myself?
Yeah, but what's your point?
Yeah, you can't just generalize all women like that.
Please be specific.
You just did.
No, I used a very specific modern feminist. I used a specific example for you, which was claiming you're a girl's girl, yet knowingly taking money and taking husbands away from wives because they're paying you. And I got villainized and demonized for just being honest. You're checked out because I'm calling you on something that you don't like. So you'll be abrasive. You'll be like, this is my opinion. But then the moment somebody challenges that, you're like,
no,
that's feminism, ladies and gentlemen.
Really?
Thank you very much.
There's no reason why someone that's 45 is trying to talk to you. You're young.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. Controversial take. I think women only have these opinions now because women have focused more on their careers, education, and being independent. They're older in age, and now they're pushing these agenda more only because they're now at an age to settle down now, where they're in their 30s. So,
but pushing what is
women?
what's the agenda?
You guys are all against these men dating younger women because it takes options away from you guys. Guys your age now will go date younger women.
Oh, I didn't know.
What else can you base it on? That's fine.
You know why I don't engage in that 50-50 conversation that y'all love to have on here? Because I have seen way too many of my clients make 50-50 work. Matter of fact, I've seen way too many of my clients get the mindset of 50-50 and become happier in their relationship. And for those of you who are new here, I'm a certified life coach, been practicing for close to a decade. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances. I have worked with dozens of couples in my career. And something I can tell you is people have to do what works for them. Because I've also seen the flip end where the man is a provider and that works for them. That's the way that both parties are the happiest. Now, the reality is that most households actually are 50-50. In the United States. You can look it up. I'm not pulling this out my ass. Because the reality also is that one person's income cannot typically take care of an entire household. Not today. Not with inflation. Not with the economy where it is. Especially if you have a black household, because we know that we make incrementally less on average. A lot of y'all have let social media and society determine what is going to work for you. You as a woman make $30,000 a year. What makes you think that you are going to find a man that makes $100,000? And not to say that men care about income, because I honestly don't think men really care about how much money a woman makes. Like that's not the facet they're looking for when they're looking for a partner. However, a $30,000 income is likely not going to be in the same room as a $200,000 income. Unless you want some pretty woman type stuff, right? Because it can happen, but it's unlikely. So y'all don't live in reality. Okay. If you make $30,000, $40,000 a year, you likely are going to track a $30,000, $40,000 man. And on the flip end, fellas, for those of you who think a man is not out there providing or can't afford to provide, there are plenty of men out there who are definitely taking care of the entire household. And I'm not just talking about paying the bills in the house. I'm talking about he's paying for the vacations. I'm talking about he's paying for hair and nails. I'm talking about he's paying for clothes and other expenses. And he's doing so happily because he's seeing a smile on his wife's face and he goes to work and he makes sure he does those things so he can have that. The keys to a happy and successful relationship falls into a variety of ranges, right? But the two things I can say for sure you have to focus on is living in reality when choosing a partner, as well as finding someone who wants the same things as you. I promise you that you could work the rest out. Stay safe.
Most men are below average in looks. Most men are ugly.
Okay, Lamborghini Mercy. Yo, chick, she's so thirsty.
Boys, you see how your mom's completely freaking out because she thinks she's too late to check out of the hotel, and she's acting like there was a horrific car accident or her child is dying or dead. Her panic level's like this. It doesn't make any sense, right? That's what women do. They go from here to full on crazy, and it doesn't match the actual circumstance that's happening. So it's important info for you guys to learn, okay? You understand?
You wrote all men in your Death Note book. If you don't know, it's an anime show that when you write the person's name in the book, they die. You call yourself a therapist and wonder why we don't want to pay money to see people like you. Hey, instead of a Death Note, why don't you write your father an apology note? That is so tough. Nothing will make a man run faster than a girl about to sprint past him. It's a race. He's sprinting past these people too. You guys just don't like men. Like, skill issue, for real. Call your fathers and apologize.
Happy wife, happy life is true. And the reason it's true is because if the wife is unhappy, everyone's miserable because she'll make sure of it. But if the man's unhappy, everyone else can be happy. He'll suffer. He'll sit with no He'll go to work every day. Yeah. He won't see his friends. He'll be miserable. He'll be depressed. He'll still pay the bills. He'll still pay the taxes. And everyone else gets to be happy. Men are good at suffering. Women are spiteful sufferers.
Happy wife, happy life became a thing because everybody knows that when women are unhappy, when something's going wrong and they're unhappy, they torture everybody. We do, right? And I'm putting myself in this, right? Because I'm a woman, right? So I have to own that there's a part of me does this, right? Hormonally, all of it. I'm just like, I am not a good sufferer either, right? I'm just not.
Situations, we the niggas with the money, and they looking for a hand and a help and a handout.
We talked about an environment for safety, like you gotta feel safe in order to be feminine. We talked about that's what she said. You know, I gotta have a safe environment. You gotta put me in this safe environment, this safe space. I don't know about y'all, I'm from the hood. My mama submitted in the projects. Circumstances wasn't good. The car wasn't running right. Shit was fucked up, but she knew her place as a woman, and that was to let her man be a man. And he wasn't the best man, because money don't make you a man. A big dick don't make you a man. Facts.
It's being willing to make them sacrifices when they're not favorable.
Facts. You know, I hear a lot of women talk about these safe spaces, but they don't create safe spaces for us. They don't know I'm going bald now for many nights staying up trying to figure it out. We got $10,000 worth of bills a month, and I ain't going to bother you with them. I ain't going to wait. So we got to get out of this whole safe space. It has to be created for you to be a feminine woman because you're born that. Women act like women no matter what environment they grow up in. Man, this is the Nothing But the Truth live podcast.
I mean, if we're 10,000 back and all you can do is nag in my ear, do you think that you're being a part of the solution? Or do you think that you're being a part of the problem? You're being a part of the problem. Always. Modern women always talk about what they don't want to do. Well, you got to give me this before I do this. It's always before I it's always before I act right. You got to pay me. So if a man walks in a grocery store, hey, how you doing, man? I thought you were beautiful. I saw you across the way. Wanted to come up and say hi. Are you going to pay for my groceries? Are you going to say hi? Are you going to act right? Act like a normal human being? Or are you going to keep on talking stupid? Like, what are we doing here? Like, stop acting weird. And this is what men get from modern women. Well, you got to make sure all these bills are paid before I act feminine. You got to make sure all the bills are paid before I cook you some dinner. Before I clean the house. Why? Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Why aren't you contributing to the team? I mean, my God, these modern women, they're like diva receivers. Well, if you ain't throwing every single ball to me, then I ain't going to run this route right. I ain't going to block for nobody else. What do you mean? You already have 10 catches for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. And we're in the third quarter. You should actually be sitting down right now. We don't need you anymore. The game is over. Yeah, but this game is all about me. I'm the star. Oh, again, you have 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. How about you help somebody else achieve their goals? The running back is at 99 yards. We're about to run a running play. Why don't you help him get to 100? Why don't you help him score a touchdown? You have 2 of them already. You have 10 receptions for 150 yards. How about you help somebody else? I'm sitting at 299 yards. I need another throw. We're not going to do nothing long. How about you help the slot get his 80 yards and help me get my 300 yards? We helped you get your stats. How about you help us get ours? That's how modern women think. They think, I've got all the stuff that I need, but I want more. I'm not helping nobody else until I get more of what I want. I'm not doing for nobody else until you give me exactly what I want. Well, I already gave you 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, 10 receptions. No, I want 20 receptions. I want 200 yards. I want 3 touchdowns at least. And that's the bare minimum. You understand what you're asking for. That's a breakout game for anyone, even all-star, all-pro receivers. No, that's the bare minimum for me. Foolishness, delusional, ridiculous, a terrible teammate. That's what these modern women are. And they wonder why men don't want to be around them.
I think that I just got more gay.
When a female narcissist comes to therapy, they're normally looking for someone to validate them. So if you've ever wondered how they show up, keep watching. I'll give you 3 takeaways. I know that I'm going to see a victim. Here comes the tears. Here comes the drama. And from the outside, it might look like she's truly being genuine and vulnerable. I mean, she might even cry at first, become very animated and expressive. But as a therapist, I start to notice some patterns, start to notice that she weaponizes her emotions. Her tears are not always about pain. They're more about power. And whenever I push for accountability, the waterworks begin. She reframes the entire narrative. She's the one who's always misunderstood, always the one who gave too much, and somehow everyone else has failed her, including her partner, her parents, her kids, even the therapist. She uses the session to dominate, not to grow. Instead of reflection, she's blaming. Instead of accountability, she's deflecting. And if you challenge her, then you become the enemy and she never comes to therapy again. So therapy becomes a stage. And if you're not a discerning clinician, you might miss the fact that what you're watching isn't healing, it's image management.